Stay tuned now for a half hour of excitement, thrills, drama, and glorious entertainment. But first, here's Fractured Flickers. Good evening. Hans Conried here. It's time again for Fractured Flickers, the best-kept secret since the atom bomb. And speaking of bombs, our ratings have been the subject of much discussion along Television Row the past few weeks. Well, not exactly discussion, more like derisive laughter. So I have a favor to ask of you. If you're called by a television rating service, no matter what time of the day or night, tell them you're watching Fractured Flickers. You will? Good. And if they call me, I'll tell them I'm watching you.
Here it is, America. Your chance to win all the things you don't want. This week's grand prize, 3 exciting hours in Hawaii. Just tell us in your own words or less what kind of an animal this man is sitting on. Examine this picture carefully. Notice the hind legs, the front legs, and the wise head. For those who have never been familiar with this animal, here are some clues. This man is as hungry as a blank. This man has a Charlie blank in his leg. These horsemen are riding blanks. This gun is shooting blanks. Men who ride horses are called cowboys. Men who ride cows are called horse boys. This has nothing to do with the contest, but it is an interesting point. Here you see the animal being used as a beast of burden. The rider in this case is using a side saddle. Sometimes these animals are used for racing. If they win, the owner wins money. If they lose, the owners have a way of getting even. And now for a special announcement. We should like to clear up the problem we've had with the thousands of angry contestants who have come to the studio because they have not won. There are 3 reasons for failure to win. 1, wrong answers. 2, incorrect answers. And 3, disqualification for various and sundry reasons. To prevent this from reoccurring, we shall repeat contest rules. You must be over 21. You must be gainfully employed in a dignified business. You must have a pen pal in Africa. You must have served with the armed forces. You must enjoy girls' soccer games. You must be allergic. So must your dog. And you must be a member of the UN. Remember, all that is required is the name of this animal. Follow these instructions carefully. Go to the nearest library, select a book on horses, write down your answer and send it to us by train, plane, dog, bird, or by bear. Just make sure we get it. And now for the prizes to last week's winners. These beauties went to Peanuts Lowry. To her, a blade. To my neighbors, lots of luck. We didn't give her anything. To this man, a new frying pan. To Test Pilot Atkins, condolences. To jockey Pat Carrol, shorter reins. A bad reputation to Dr. E.A. Sims. To Mrs. Halverson on your left, a better marriage. To this man, a surprise gift. To H.B., a speedy recovery. And to vacuum cleaner salesman Irv Shoemaker, a new doorbell. And now, for this week's big winner. It is not Bubbles Lamar, shown here with the contest judge. Mrs. Lamar, winner for the last 28 weeks, refused to accept the Hawaiian vacation for two and offered it to someone less fortunate. This is Fred Lamar saying, until next week, aloha nui ukinawa, which means, hurry up, Bubbles, or we'll miss the boat.
Some of you have written to ask how much it costs to insure fractured flickers against lawsuits by disgruntled silent film stars. Actually, it doesn't cost us a penny. No insurance company will touch us. According to actuarial tables, we have the same amount of insurability as alligator wrestlers, unexploded bomb removers, and people who give hot foots to Sonny Liston.
Attention, girls. Your city needs you now. Be a lady cop. Here at UCLA, that's the University for Cop Ladies of America, are row upon row of ivy-covered buildings devoted exclusively to turning out America's finest police women. And on the lovely UCLA campus is beautiful Finkelberg Memorial Hall, dedicated to those cop ladies who have passed out. On. You'll learn such police techniques as wiretapping. You'll work with highly scientific equipment and modern detection methods, including the sneaky peeky periscope. You'll learn fingerprinting and the more up-to-date and considerably more accurate footprinting. UCLA professors will teach you how to use the remarkable new stetho-otoscope, which locates the criminal, immobilizes the getaway car, and prevents their escape. You'll learn how to talk an assailant into surrender. Our expert motorcyclists will have you driving your very own motorbike in a short time, and you'll thrill to your very first solo run, yet you'll always be a lady. Graduation exercises will be the greatest moment of your life. Here, two graduate cop ladies lead the class in the UCLA cheer.
Study hard to get on top, 'cause nobody likes a lousy cop. UCLA!
This is followed by the traditional assault on the Dean of Women and the annual graduation riot. But you must act now, girls, to strike a blow for law and order.
Here's an interesting letter from a Mr. R.E. Mr. Conried, I notice that every summer you appear as a light comedian in summer stock. Every fall you appear on the lecture circuit as a serious actor doing dramatic readings. And every winter you appear on television as a buffoon or a Low Dutch comic. Which is the real you? None of them, Mr. E. The real me is the one who appears at the unemployment office every spring.
Friends, if you're sick and tired of hitchhiking, if walking's really got you down, then let Bert's put you in the saddle. Bert's Rent-A-Horse presents Hollywood Lowdown.
This is beautiful Puerto Tijuana as it looks today. Just a few short weeks ago, it was just a sleepy little country village like this. But now, Puerto Tijuana is booming. Because a United States movie crew is on location here, filming Kentucky Feldman's The Night of the Chihuahua. The director of this epic is the celebrated John Dallas, a man whose cool, aloof detachment on the set belies his artistic integrity. But Dallas has the respect of his crew and their affection as well.
You're a real pussycat, Jackie.
Other members of the company seen here taking a catered lunch on location include the swashbuckling author of the film, Kentucky Feldman.
Hi-ho.
Ava Gerber, who plays the hotel owner, shown here in one of her daring costumes. And teenage sensation Lolita O'Brien and her mumsy. But of course, everybody awaited the arrival on their private yacht, borrowed from the Egyptian shipping magnate Aristotle Onasser, of that glamorous couple, Cleo Niles and Dickie Bird, whose tempestuous, smoldering romance threatened at any moment to burst into flames.
I say, do you smell something burning?
Meanwhile, the crew is bedded down at the Tijuana Sands, a hotel which is famous for its personalized, courteous service.
Okay, senor. Baby, bye.
These goodwill ambassadors from the north gamely sample the local bill of fare. Not to mention the native liquors. They adopt the custom of the siesta and eagerly participate in the fireworks displays during a local holiday. However, the real fireworks are taking place on the movie set, where Cleo daily brings Dickie his lunch, a pizza, and stays on for the rest of the afternoon. Director Dallas is fed up. We've been here 3 weeks and all you've done is neck. Now get that dame off the set.
Oh, yeah? Well, if she goes, I go. You dig?
Cool it, honey. Need the money.
But personal animosities are forgotten as cast and crew gather to watch a preview of the picture itself, particularly the smashing final sequence when the old-maid school teacher, made desperate by the fact that her lover keeps dropping off to sleep in the middle of conversations, commits suicide by eating an iguana sandwich containing a live iguana.
Ooh, I knew I should have ordered pastrami. At least when you bite a pastrami, it doesn't bite back.
The effect of this scene on the preview audience is unmistakable. Next day, Cleo Niles returns to her magnificent suite at the Mayo Clinic.
You know, I'm gonna miss that kid.
And with its glamour gone, Puerto Tijuana returns to its sleepy existence once more.
This moment of softness has been brought to you by bee tissues, the only tissue woven in midair by bees and available wherever this sign is displayed.
As you know, we on Fractured Flickers, like most showbiz folk, are always eager to do our part in supporting any worthy cause, provided there's enough publicity in it. Tonight we have a cause which is indeed worthy, and so right now we're going to produce an instant telethon to raise money for it. Remember the easy number to call, 0133 771-624-1183. We have a battery of charming young ladies to answer your calls, and here at this moment to help us is our guest for the evening, the very pretty young lady and the very charming comedian, Miss Pat Carrol. Now remember the number, folks. In New Jersey, it's Bigelow 2-675.
Hold it, Charlie.
Call me Hansel.
All right, Hansel then. What is all this, Hansel? I mean, what's the telethon benefit for?
Oh, well, it's for the FFDF. It's a very worthy cause. Remember the number, folks? It's
The FDF?
the Fractured Flickers Defense Fund.
Oh.
You see, what with one thing and another, we seem to have accumulated a backlog of lawsuits.
And you need money for court costs.
No, it's our attorney. He's demanding overtime. I thought as long as you were here.
I might as well, my evening shot anyway. Now, Hans, where are all the phones?
They're right here.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Well, I take it then that I'm the whole battery of charming young ladies, too.
Only someone such as you could carry it off, Patty Kay. Remember, every little bit helps, folks. We're waiting for your calls.
That's me. FFDF, good evening. Do we have a Sarah Jane Talbot here?
It's the wrong number. Hang up.
Oh, sorry, you have the wrong number. Well, this is... Oh, I do? You know, you sound kind of cute yourself.
Please, Pat.
I'm awfully sorry.
And don't forget the number, folks. It's 01...
FDF, good evening. Yes. How much?
We got one.
$1,500. $1,500? Well, that doesn't sound like very much.
Pat!
$3,500? Well, now that sounds a little more like it. Yes, I'll tell him. Well, it's the Bide-A-Wee Mortuary and Funeral Parlor. They'll sell you a cemetery lot for just $3,500.
Hang up.
It's got a marvelous view.
Now, hang up!
Bye-bye.
Remember the number, folks. It's 0113... what is that number, Pat?
I can't see it without my reading glasses. FFDF, good evening. Oh, it's for you.
Oh, thank you. Hans Conried here. Oh. Yes, I might have known. Bye.
Who was it, huh?
The phone company. They're cutting off the service till the bill is paid.
Well, it does make it a little difficult to do a telethon.
Very. Thanks anyway for trying, and good night, Miss Pat Carrol.
Keep in touch, Hans.
Yeah, then you folks out there, don't call us. We'll call you.
Yes, from the candy store downstairs.
We proudly salute the Fractured Flickers Scouts of America in the hope that the little beggars will let us alone next Halloween. The Scouts' ability to light fires from only a single match has long been an American legend. But this is only one of many, many skills. The Scout also has learned firefighting, self-reliance, high aims, and steadiness. Most important of all, today's Scout is a swinger. Get the picture? Year after year, as scouting advances, the Scout oath remains ever true. Number one, a Scout is trustworthy. His friends always know they can count on him. Always. Number two, a Scout is loyal. Loyalty means no matter how many times a Scout may ditch his friend, he always will return. Number three, a Scout is helpful. A Scout will help old ladies down the street. And a Scout will help his local police department by carefully noting the license number of traffic offenders. Number four, a Scout is friendly. He goes around with high-type friends, and he maintains that friendly Scout attitude no matter how hard hit by the adversities of life. No matter what blows fate may send his way. No matter what crushing burden may come down on him. He keeps on smiling. Number five, a Scout is courteous. No matter how many times a Scout may be given something, he says thank you each time in that courteous Southern tradition. Number six, a Scout is kind, and he is particularly kind to animals. Number seven, a Scout is obedient. When a scout's father demands that he be obeyed, the scout willingly cooperates. For a scout knows that it is not possible for him to have his cake and eat it too. Number 8, a scout is cheerful. Number 9, a scout is thrifty. He crashes Sunday night church suppers and often kipes enough food to last the entire week. Number 10, a scout is brave. No matter what heights a scout may reach, he never shows fear. Number 11, a scout is clean. Number 12, a scout is reverent. Yes, I said reverent. We salute you, fractured flicker scouts, our hope for the future.
As you know, we on Fractured Flickers are constantly striving to be sure that our program reflects the wants and desires of our viewers. For instance, here's a petition signed by a number of you requesting that I do my inimitable rendition of Old Man River. Fortunately, I happen to have brought my music, so, Professor, if you please... Oh? What's this? Oh, it's another shorter petition requesting that I do not sing Old Man River. And it's signed by the sponsor. Well, of course, the sponsor's wishes count for something, but this program is just for you viewers. So just for you fans, I will now sit here and think about singing Old Man River.
From Muncie, Indiana, ice cream capital of the world, it's the championship soda jerking contest. Here inside Muncie's biggest drugstore, 500 of the leading jerks in the world will compete for the coveted Brophy Trophy. Saturday night at the Sunday is brought to you by
Hardaway Sinus Pills. Clear your sinuses the Hardaway. Maidenform Donuts. If you can't eat it, wear it. Snyder Snuff. Achoo! A little dab will do you. And Boomerang Derbies. They come back on you.
This is Rocky Roads again. Hundreds of soda jerks are waiting their turn, but inside, Carl the Spiller Williams is doing his stuff for the judges. Here he is completing the difficult strawberry soda sweater soaker. He submits it to the judge and... Uh-oh, I'm afraid the judge will make him do that one over. While Carl is working on that one, we will return to the studio for this important word from one of our sponsors.
Need a change in your smoking taste? Well, here she is to tell you about a real smoking treat, our Marlboro Girl.
You get a lot of marbles in the Marlboro. Aggies, cat's eyes, and peewees, too.
Yes, here in Marlboro country, only the finest tobaccos are grown and scientifically mixed with marbles in our pee-wee cutting shed. So remember...
You get a lot of marbles in the Marlboro. Aggies, cat's eyes, and peewees, too.
Marlboro. Rocky Roads again, folks. Carl the Spiller is still displaying his talents to the judges. He will now attempt to do the difficult flip the scoop maneuver. The object is to... Well, that's even a tough one for the pros. But the one thing Carl is really adept at is to pour the milk shot. The judge had his eye on that one. That's good for 10 points any day. Incidentally, these champion jerks are judged not only on their speed, but on the results of their jerking. There is one judge here that has it a little tougher than the others. He is the whipped cream judge. This is undoubtedly the most dangerous assignment in the entire contest. But back to Carl the Spiller, who is still working on that flip the scoop maneuver. That may cost him a point. Here goes the flip. He missed. No, he didn't miss. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new world's champion jerk. It's all over but the shouting, folks. And the judges are awarding the prizes to the runners-up. Saturday night at the Sunday has been brought to you by...
Gertie's Garters. They never let you down. And Mint Canyon, a mouthwash that refreshes.
Well, it's time now for me to say au revoir, but unfortunately I don't speak French.
1, 2.
This is Hans Conried, the pride of Paramus, New Jersey, saying good night and leaving you with this thought. Aren't you glad you watched Fractured Flickers? Don't you wish somebody else would?